Everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCulla here, and we're talking contractor fraud this time of year. Christine Russell's office with the District Attorney's Office of Lafourche Parish has let us have a couple of guys, Greg Stahlnecker and David Melancon. Guys, appreciate you guys being here. You guys are assistant district attorneys and a public information officer. This is a long-going thing. You know, when you talk about contractor fraud, we're not saying there's anything going on right now, but it's issues that can happen, particularly this time of year when we have hurricanes or big events anywhere around the Gulf Coast, because you may have guys on a job, a hurricane may hit in Lake Charles, guys take off and go to Lake Charles and leave you half stranded with something. We're here to talk about, we talked a little bit about laws and rights, but what about preventative measures that maybe a homeowner can take to help out?
So, you know, first off, you can obviously ask for references from people. A lot of times people may say, you know, who do you recommend for this kind of job that I need, or you may not know what kind of job you need. So you're asking for references for people. So that's very important to do. Reach out to the community. You can also write up a contract so that it's black and white. You know what you're getting. You can go on the Louisiana website and check to make sure they're licensed, bonded, and insured. Make sure their subcontractors are licensed, bonded, and insured. Because you don't want somebody coming doing a job that really shouldn't be doing their job, because that falls right into what contractor fraud is.
Right. So, look, David, you're in a project right now. I've been in many projects. You want the best price, right? You want a good job, and that guy has a good price. I really don't want to go look up. I don't really care if he's insured, right? As long as he doesn't fall off my house, right? Yeah. Until it happens, and then you may be in a bind. What about people that are looking for best price? Maybe, like I say, do your homework, right?
Yeah, so we put this out there understanding that we have to be practical about this approach. We see cases throughout the year pop up of contractor fraud, but during hurricane season is when you see a jump. And again, we talked about it before, where you have people flooding a market without the reputation. They don't live in the area. They don't want to see themselves long-term in the area, so they don't mind cutting corners and maybe cheating you out of a few dollars that kind of line the gray area. So what I would tell people to do is slow down. Slow down and think about it. Just because someone is the lowest price doesn't mean they're going to do the best work. Doesn't mean that the materials that they use are going to be long-lasting materials. Like Greg brought up about getting references, well, follow up with those references and ask around. Don't just do references, get estimates. Look for that reasonable price, where get it in your head what you want done on your home or whatever project you have, what kind of materials. And then maybe contact a few local suppliers and distributors and figure out if the price that they gave you is even in the ballpark of what materials are going to be costing. I learned firsthand that the materials right now are through the roof, and when I took the money out, now I'm seeing a major increase. I need more than what I initially took out in order to complete my project. And I picked the best time of the year, the rainy season. It's rain. I started in April, and it's rained every single day.
But lumber's coming down, so you might get it on the backside.
Yeah, but if you remember nothing else that we talked about today, remember to verify the license. And there's 3 ways you can do that. You can go on the website at lacontractors.org, and it'll take you 30 seconds to save yourself thousands of dollars down the road. You can download the LA Contractors app, or you can contact them at 1-800-256-1392, because not everyone has a smartphone, and not everyone likes to utilize computers, so you can still go the old-fashioned way and place that phone call. The good thing about having a licensed contractor is that, one, they had to take some testing. So you know that there's reliable proficiency, that they know what they're doing in the specific field that you're asking them to work for you in, and also accountability. It's very difficult to hold someone accountable if they didn't do a good job, if they did cheat you out of some money, when we don't know who they are.
Right.
So if they have that license, then we're able to hold them accountable. And another thing is insurance. They're required to have insurance. And I do want to make this statement that we have some phenomenal contractors in our area who have served this community with integrity and honor for years. But like anything, you have people coming in from outsiders,
Sure.
out-of-towners who don't care about you. They just want to make their dollar.
Right. You guys got prevention tips. You get references, get estimates, verify information, have a contract, establish payment schedule, monitor progress, keep records. I contracted myself when I moved back to Houma. And so what about if you're the contractor and you're working with the subs yourself? Is that, particularly when I see that payment schedule, yeah. You give them that money on Monday, you might not see them
Exactly.
for a while. They might take off.
Be cautious if you have someone who's demanding a large sum of money up front. All of the money or just a lot of money up front. The upfront money should be minimal to buy the materials, because not every business is able to afford to buy the materials up front. So you may have to pay for that. But put everything in writing. So if they say, we need 80% of the money up front, that should be a big red flag. Also, not only develop a payment schedule, but throughout the process, show up on a job site, take the pictures. Right. As I said previously, ensure that the materials that you agreed upon are actually being utilized. That they're not just charging you to buy certain material and going with the cheap.
Yeah, I could look at a pile of lumber and don't know if it's 2x4s, 2x8s, or 2x12s. It's you're right. Those are all different prices when it comes down to.
Like David said, the records are vital in this kind of situation. That's why it's stressed to have a contract, have your records, make sure that it meets the contract, that you know what you get and what's going into your projects, and like you stated, monitor everything so you know exactly what's going on.
Absolutely. So, look, like I say, we'd hope everybody's out there to do a good job.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't help it, but sometimes you really can. So, be watching out. So, David, Greg, appreciate you guys being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with more Bayou Time right after this.